downtown Punta Gorda, just like I said, I'm going to show you guys. And it is absolutely devastating. All these shops here that you're seeing that I'm walking by are actually closed. And you can see here that all of them are actually under construction, that they got flooded out. So let me show you inside. Hopefully you can see some of it. But yeah, nothing. And yeah, it is absolutely crazy that all these stores are actually under construction. And when you look into the alleyways, just stuff from dirt, everything else boarded up from the storm, trying to get stuff back, just trying to get stuff back to where it was before. Absolutely crazy. How's it going? So yeah, cleaning up all this stuff you see over there. Look at that. Look at all that stuff that is out there. They just got a whole dumpster just with stuff, just with a bunch of stuff that they are trying to get rid of. And you can pick up houses here fairly inexpensive. And this is detrimental for business owners and for people that live in this community. So one thing that I watched on the news before I came here, let's watch it together.
Will be her last.
A lot of work. I'm 60. I don't want to keep doing it. I'm hot and I'm sweaty and I'm hauling, tree limbs.
Just years after Florida's pandemic population boom, nearly 12% of Florida homeowners say they plan to leave the state in the next year because of rising insurance costs. Floridians pay the highest premiums in the U.S., about $11,000 annually for homeowners insurance, compared to an average of nearly $2,400 nationwide.
Just 2 in 5 Floridians have money set aside for disasters like this. And for a lot of people, it's leading to a breaking point.
And it's impacting condo owners too.
So 12% of people, of homeowners, are thinking about leaving the state. And that makes sense from all the people I talked to, the people that were my friends here. They're saying that all they want to do is leave. They say, I don't care where we go, we need to leave. And it's that they're paying $11,000 in homeowners insurance, flood insurance, and all that. It's just too expensive. And now, the question I have for all of you guys is, if they're going to leave, if 12% of the people are going to leave the state, then what are those 12% of? Or is it going to be more wealthy people? Is it going to be business owners? Is it going to be workers? Is it going to be who's leaving? And when you're going to know like who's leaving, then we can kind of see, hey, how bad is this going to be for the Florida economy and for Florida business owners? Because if a bunch of business owners leave, ingenuity and all this other stuff will leave with it. And that means that jobs are going to go. That means that office buildings are going to be vacant and all these other things. And so it's going to be super bad for people here. And what the Florida state needs to do is actually help these small business owners do stuff. So look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff. That is all absolutely brutal. So what do you do? What do you do as a state? Well, you got to impose either a tax or starting to have a fund where you can actually give back to people. Because look at it. Everybody's doing construction. Yeah, they're getting paid, but who is picking up the tab? It can't be these business owners because they got rent to pay. They're running on slim margins. If you are a boutique, a little shop like that, your margins are not that great that you're laughing it to the bank and saying, I'm making so much money that I'm doing so fantastic. No, if you're a boutique owner, small shop owner, independently owned, you're just struggling to get by before this even started. And now you're fetting up with this. So I see a few scenarios. One of them involves insurance, one of them doesn't. So if you get the insurance money, you basically have 2 options: rebuild or get the hell out. Take the money and run. And I think that's what I probably would do. I would take the money and say, you know what? This was a nice run I had. It's time for me to take my entrepreneurial skills and move to a different state. Maybe I have in other places in Arizona, Mississippi, Alabama, other states that I have family in Georgia that I have that may be less prone to hurricanes and are also semi-business friendly. So take my stuff and move it up there. But it is just hard. It is just brutally hard for all these people that are gonna have the decision of, am I gonna stay or am I gonna leave? So that was with insurance. So now if you have no insurance, it's gonna be a real debacle, because if you get no insurance, are you gonna rebuild or are you gonna stay? And if you got insurance money, you're like, hey, this is pretty decent. I can kind of come up with something. But now when you have no money, what are you gonna do? Because when you got no money from the insurance, then there's either you take out a loan, because there's these FEMA loans or these FEMA things, or the government gives you like small interest loans. And I'm telling you, as a small business owner, just the worst thing you can do. If you take out a loan and think that like, hey, I'm gonna just take out a loan for my business to rebuild it, it's not gonna go very well, because most of the times your loan, you're gonna default. If you need to take out a loan, because you're gonna have to personally guarantee the loan. And when you have to personally guarantee it for a business, and don't get me wrong, risk is always in business. You don't know how many people are gonna come. What's the situation gonna be like? Are people gonna come back in droves and buy your stuff? So it is super uncertain, and it's not like you're gonna have a guarantee where they say, hey, if you paid it for 5 years and your business failed, we're gonna forgive it. No. The federal government never ever does stuff like that. What they do is they say, this is a loan, and if you file for bankruptcy, because you got student loans, all these other ones, it's not bankruptable. So you just can't do it. And now you're like, okay, what do you do? Well, you just gotta pick up and cover your losses and move out. And so when you watch that video that I just showed you guys, if you watch the full video of this woman that moved from another state to Florida for 6 years or however many years it was, and she's like, I absolutely love it. And now she's like, I can't do it. I'm retired. I can't keep doing this. So now she's like, what am I gonna do? So she called her old boss back, and her old boss said, hey, I got a job for you. Come back up here. And she's like, going back to Illinois. Okay. Like that's what's gonna happen, because you just can't keep doing this. And it's just a matter of time till you're drained. You're like, your life energy is just leaves your body after doing it over and over and over again. And I don't hear these people online on YouTube saying, you got to be a homeowner, you got to be a homeowner. Do you want to tell all these people that their house got flooded and there's a bunch of them that we drove by for sale? You want to tell these people and say, haha, you should have been a homeowner. You should have rented. Or yeah, thank God you were a homeowner, so you get to deal with all this. No, they should have probably rented, and they would have not had the issue and just walked away from the lease or moved to a different apartment and let the management company do it. So see here, everything, toilets, everything is out that they need to come pick up. And they actually did a really good job of cleaning it up. So it's actually walkable again. I see that they scraped it, that they raked it, that they did all this kind of other stuff to it so that tourists can come back and spend the money. But now it's funny, because from Europe, my aunt came from Europe to Florida, and the flights were so cheap that she got upgraded. So in Europe, the airlines, they're starting to do it now in the US too, that you can upgrade for business class, and you kind of do a bidding system. So they're like, hey, just bid for a flight. And for a few $100, she got to flow business, because nobody wanted to come to Florida. And now, look at this. Lease space available. People are like, I'm done. I am absolutely done. I just can't take it anymore. So it is absolutely crazy. And I do not blame any of these people that said, I had enough, because you just can't take it. You just can't take it. And if you are one of these people that says, I have a normal job, I don't know what I should do, is either go rent and take the insurance money from the house and just sell your house as is, and be like, I had a good run, but now I'm done. Because it's just so brutal. It's just so brutal. People are devastated. They're tired. They can't do it. And so now, what does that do for the rest of the United States? Well, there's going to be an inflow of people. There's going to be an inflow of money. There's going to be an inflow of economy, because these people that are tired here, they want to just be in peace, and they just want to live out their retirement. So they're moving to places like North Carolina, the South Carolinas, Georgia, and has good weather too, has beaches too, and it's way less risky for these hurricanes, and they don't gotta rebuild. I think once you're done, once you're like, I'm fed up with this, and you kind of made up your mind, it's just a matter of time till you sell. Because my barber said she's out in December My neighbor that I used to live next to where I own my house said he's done. He's leaving in December. He's just finishing up the house repairs and then he's done. He's putting the house up for sale. And so we're seeing all these people putting up the house for sale. What does that do? Downward pressure on the prices, right? More people leaving, not enough people moving in, puts pressure down on housing. So I asked him, where does he want to move to? He said a one-word answer, anywhere but Florida. So I was like, okay. And I know people are going to be like, yeah, then just leave. That's going to hurt you. That's going to hurt your taxes. That's going to hurt how much money the state's going to make because you pay registration, you pay sales tax, you do all this. And then there's going to be a hole in the boat because how are you going to make up with it? How are you going to make up with so many people leaving, those 12% of homeowners? And that's a huge amount of people that are going to leave and sell their house. So I have the calculation on the screen of how many people are leaving. And that is absolutely tremendous. So Florida has 9 million housing units with 800,000 households. So now we're looking at a lot of people leaving. So when we're looking at that and all these trucks bringing supplies, so when we're looking at almost 9 million houses, 9 million homeowners. So there's 8-point-something million housing units. So 10% are leaving. So that is a huge amount of people that are gonna leave the state. And yeah, they said, oh, they're thinking about it. So let's put that. So it's almost 1 million people, almost 1 million households that are gonna move up and go somewhere else. So we're gonna see. So yeah, came closer to where all this stuff is, where all the broken shit is. Look at all this stuff. So it is just all in dumpsters, just sitting over there. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So let me go someplace where it's way, way more quiet. This is a busy street, loud cars. So let me move my car. I'm leaving right now. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
You guys, man, this is crazy.
Close for him. Got to close for him.
This is crazy.
I know.
You guys doing good though?
Not really, but we're getting there.
You getting there?
It happens, you know?
Yeah, that's what it is.
2 in a row. Killed it.
2 in a row. Did you guys get money? Did the state give you money or no?
Huh?
Did the state give you guys money?
We're getting paid to do this shit, so
Oh.
it's not ours.
Oh
I
no.
hope so.
You need to get some. That's crazy. 2 of them in a row, right?
Yeah. Well, there was a tropical storm like almost
Yeah.
a month before that, and then Helene and Milton, and just the flooding is just absolutely
Brutal.
horrendous.
So what do you guys sell?
Like, it was up to, like the water level was up to here.
So what do you guys sell?
Huh?
What did you guys sell beforehand?
I don't know.
Antiques?
That was gallery. That was like, you know, kitschy, like, you know, whatever, soaps and all that shit.
Small mom and pop shop, I assume, right?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys have a good time.
Oh yeah, loving it.
You guys heard her. I tried to not film it too much, but yeah, you heard her. No money. Nobody is willing to help them. And they're getting no money. They got no money from the state. So I had to repark my car because they're unloading stuff. So they're getting absolutely hammered. No money, no help. So many storms. It killed him. He's like struggling right now. So absolutely detrimental. And now I'm starting to see why I personally don't think that it's feasible. So they said flooding was up to, out of respect, I didn't show her face, but flooding was up to almost her hip, almost her chest, right like where her chest is. And it was like 4 or 5 feet, and it's just like, it killed her. And you can't keep doing this, you know, like my heart goes out to these people, but man, you're rebuilding it. How many times are you going to rebuild till you're done? Till you're like, I can't do it. Till you're like, I can't do it no more. So yeah, this was a little bit more of a video where it's like shaky and all this other stuff. But yeah, it's brutal. And all these homeowners also, they gotta come up with something. They gotta come up with a strategy on either on how to exit or how to improve so next time it doesn't happen again to them. And so, yeah, renting makes complete sense now. And for these people that say these videos are doom and gloom, you want to tell that shop that it was a doom and gloom video? I dare you, because he'll punch you right in the face. So this is it. Tragic video, but hey, you just got to deal with it and figure out what's best. So like and subscribe. If you're looking for a job, connect with me on LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn profile. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. And like always, I'll see you in the next one.